Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. That would be great. If you guys can hear me, please let me know. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Okay, I'm going to test it out. See if you guys can hear me. I don't know what's going on. There's some energetic disturbances, guys, but it's okay. It's going to be very powerful. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Technology is technology today. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome in, everyone, to this healing vibrational Sunday. And I'm just super, super excited to be here. Welcome in, Miss Bridget. It is a gift from Source when I just open my phone and you appear from Croatia, France. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Very, very beautiful. I'm so happy to see you. And I'm so happy for everyone that will come in. Welcome into this very beautiful vibration. Today, anything can happen. The Christ could come through. I'm already was literally just sitting within a puddle of love from Source and just getting messages for my own life. So I thought it was only fitting to come here too and just allow the messages to free flow out. And first and foremost, everyone, I want to go ahead and just put a beautiful spiritual covering over today's session. And today is going to be all about love. I want you to feel the loving vibrations, not just from myself, but from Source, the love from within you. Within every single part of you. So, we're cultivating a space of love today and healing vibrations, and we're going to go ahead and wrap ourselves in this bubble of love and just know that you are part of the source equation. You are part of the source body, the God body. You're part of the great I am. This is who you are, and this is the vibration that you hold. So I just wanted to say that. Welcome in, beautiful sister. Sonia, welcome, welcome in. We're going to go ahead and get started here with a few prophecies that I've had for a while. And then we're going to free flow this thing into maybe some live channel messages with Source. So, the first message I'm going to share with you guys a prophetic dream. And so, this message, I do think that this pertains to Americans and it could pertain to Black Americans. So, it was very interesting and it has to do with the rapture and it has to do with where we are, right? And Trump was in this vision as well. So the first message is a vision or yeah, a vision. It could be a dream, but I believe it was a vision that I had. And this was probably about 6 weeks ago. It was a dream actually. So this dream was about 6 weeks ago and there was buses coming. So let's just imagine that you are just waiting, like let's say you just attended a football game in high school and now you are waiting for the buses to pick you up to take you back to your side of of town, right? And so for some reason there was like a I don't know, there was just all Black people, and they were standing in line. They were waiting for the buses to pick them up, right? And so I was like, I was kind of in front, like pacing back and forth on the sidewalk, and I was looking for the bus, right? And so I saw that the bus came, but then the bus stopped and then it left without picking anyone up. And I thought that was strange. And all of a sudden, I think I understood that the line because the kids were just lined up and these were like high school kids, right? But they were all Black and they were lined up in a line, in a straight line, like they were waiting to get on this bus. But the bus came, but the bus was like a little bit ahead of where the line was. So the kids missed it and no one actually got to get on to the bus. So then I like understood we need to step up six more feet to the right because we're going to get on the next bus, but the thing is this line here, this line needs to be moved 6, feet, further to the right And I understood it was like the bus will not pick you up, it will not let you on unless you are in perfect alignment, right? And so I understood, I'll tell you how I broke down the dream after. But so I understood, hey, and I was trying to tell everyone, hey, you need to scoot up. You need to scoot up 6 more feet to the right. You got to scoot up because the bus is only going to stop at a certain place, right? And the children weren't there yet. They were close and they were all distracted and they were all just kind of talking to each other while they were waiting in line. So I stopped there. Then I go like behind the building, right? And this is where I see Trump. I go behind the building, and instead of it being a high school, it now turns into like, the back of a restaurant. So if you were to open the door to the back of the restaurant and, like people that are like taking smoke breaks or something like that, it was like Trump was out there. He had long hair. He had just like a white t-shirt on, but it wasn't dirty, but it wasn't like clean. It was just looked like maybe he put on a clean shirt, but he didn't iron it, right? And so he was out there and he looked very, very exhausted and very tired. And then I asked him, and I was aware that it was Trump in the dream. And I was asking him something about the line. Like I went back there to ask him, like, hey, how do we get these people to line up, because I'm trying to get them on the bus, but they're not listening. And then all of a sudden Trump, he just was like sitting on like a stool and he had his head down and he's like, I'm working for them. Like, and it was, I didn't even ask him that. He was just telling me like I'm working for them. I'm working very hard, but he looked so defeated. Like he looked like someone, to be honest with you, like he looked like someone really defeated and like not showing us that, but it was like almost like I was seeing another side that no one gets to see. But he did make it a point. He says, I'm working and I'm working for them specifically. So he was talking about this group of children that I was seeing in the line, right? And then he just said that and he just kind of had his head down like he was tired, like he's really, 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 really tired. That's what I see from him. And when I woke up, I understood the what each portion of the dream meant. So it was really talking about the rapture, right? And how the children were all standing. They were like young adults. They were like about to graduate high school. So we might think like 16, 17, 18, right? Maybe even 19. But they were in line, but they were not in alignment, right? They were not in alignment. So if the bus were to come or if the rapture were to come, they wouldn't be raptured. Now, mind you, here, I don't really care if it's a physical rapture or spiritual rapture, right? But the whole point is I am talking spiritually speaking, that this group of people, and I totally believe that it felt like it was America. So, I'm going to basically say it was Black Americans, right? And specifically when we think about people getting ready to graduate, we think about the earth being a school. So what? We're about to graduate, but we're not in alignment. And so I truly believe that this was talking about Black Americans in this country. We're not in alignment for the rapture. And we're almost there. You're in line. Like your heart is in the right place, but you're not in alignment with the heart. And so it's and God has been talking to me about the heart and heart posture, right? So this, and I got to say, this is a stark warning. Like I honestly got to say it, just how now I'm hearing it. This is a stark warning to Black Americans about your heart posture, and you're in line. Yeah, I see that you love me. This is what Source is saying. I see that you love me, but you don't keep any of my commandments. Like, you know, and I don't even know how much you know, I don't necessarily get off into like the commandments or anything, but this is, just how Source is giving it to me. I know you love me, right? But you don't keep my word. So then how can I trust you? How can I trust you? And this goes back to a few videos back where I was talking about the lukewarm people will not be taken. They will not be essentially going ahead with source. The lukewarm people will be left behind on the, and what it is we're looking at a lower vibration. Right now there's a splitting of the two. There's a higher vibration, people living up a higher vibration, right? And then there's the ones going to be left behind on the lower vibration or the lower frequency, right? And so this is what this dream was about. So essentially, Black Americans, this is Earth School. It's time to graduate. You're in line. You in line because you think the bus is coming for you. But when the bus comes, source comes, it actually misses you because you're not in alignment. You're in line, but not in alignment with my heart, with my words, and with my, it's talking about the, I always talk about revering. When you revere something, you place it so high, and I'm hearing even above your own ignorance. So, and when I mean ignorance in this way, I mean even the things that you don't know about me. There's a lot of, I think we have a lot of within this community, there's a lot of different ways we view God, we view religion, we view culture and things. But what Source is saying, you have to revere me more than your own ignorance, because in truth, those things that you think, some of them may be true, but you may not have all of the truth. So therefore, there is a part that is ignorance. So you have to revere me more than your own ignorance. So you need to, this is truly a message for Black Americans. You have to get in alignment. You're right there. You just need to step 6 paces to the right. Like you were, the line was so close. Like you're so close. You are so close to the blessing and the promise. But the thing that's keeping you out of alignment right now is your heart posture. And you must revere me more than you revere the love of self and the love of being right. This is what truly now these messages are coming through in the moment. So you have to tighten up within the heart. So what that means is deeper connection with source directly in the heart. And if source tells you to do something, then you do it, even if it goes against what you normally do. But this is the final push, the final deciding factor as we talk about getting the wealth transfer, as we talk about, going to the higher frequency, expansion, ascension. The final step is this Christ portal that sources told me is open. And the Christ portal now is in the heart. We did that. We did so much work on those lower chakras. And in a way, this group of people is right. The solar plexus allows you to have that authenticity and the confidence. But now we have to what? We come now, we're in the heart chakra. So now all of that energy from the solar plexus, from you like standing in your authenticity, now gets channeled into a deeper love. It gets consumed. So what source is saying is you have to, and this is for all people, right? You have to totally let yourself go and be consumed within love. And it's hard to do that, especially if you've been weak and you had to build yourself up and build your confidence up. And finally, you're strong. But then Source is saying, yep, now you got to give all of that strength away and totally be consumed within the heart vibration. And then this is how you will fix your heart posture. And this truly is the Christ portal that we are all being invited into in this moment. And how it pertains to Trump. And it goes back to one of my messages from last year when I said that I actually do see Trump putting together something for reparations. Like I literally saw that. And then it came through again. And he says Yes, I am working for these people. So even though I know um, a lot of people say that Trump presents as racist and that he does racist things and he enacts violence and racism. But what I saw in the spirit is that he is actually trying to help this group of people and what I'm going to call Black Americans, because that's what I saw. Another thing I did get about Trump is one day God showed me his heart. And it was kind of sad because, every time I'm tuned into Trump in just the spirit realm, there's a lot of sorrowness, right? There's a he truly does have a good heart. That's what I saw. And I was synced into his energy field and I felt how his heart felt. And to be honest with you, I'm going to say something that's about to shock everybody. I felt his heart and it was pure. That's what I I, I felt it and it was pure. Now, mind you, people with pure hearts can still do wicked things. That can happen, but at the core his heart is actually good. So if he is to change some of his ways, then he would be in alignment to going through the Christ portal through the heart that is open for everyone to go through. So that's the first thing I want to say. So it's just time to tighten up in general. I don't care what race you are and where you are in the world. I think this is a message for everyone. We may think that we are ready. We may think that we are in alignment. We may think that, oh, God is coming for me. But the thing is, even if you're God's chosen people, that's what happened to the Israelites in the first place. They weren't keeping God's commandments. And then what? What happened? All these plagues came upon them. They got scattered. They lost their language. They went into slavery. All of these plagues happen. And it's kind of the same thing. It's like, hey, the portal's open, the Christ portal's open. You've been in captivity and, learning your lesson for all of these thousands of years. Now the bus is about to come back around. Are you still going to miss the bus this time? Because if you miss it this time, that's it. You're done. Because there is no more like grace being grafted in, all of that. That's over. So it's just time for all of us to tighten up. And you have help right now. The Christ portal is open. So this is a beautiful season of harvest that we are approaching. And Source wants to let us know that the Christ portal is open. Okay, I'm going to go to another prophecy that I saw. I don't know where I saw this at, but I saw something coming up from under the ground. Now I'm getting the word unearth. It feels like something gets unearthed. Something comes up from under the ground. I don't know if this is a creature. I'm getting squid. Now, obviously, squids are small, but this is something on a grander scale. Something comes up, some sort of, it could be a beast, it could be something, a plague I'm hearing, but something gets unearthed. But what I'm telling you, it's something physical. Like when we think about the Leviathan, right, coming up out of the sea, I'm talking, yes, it's something big like that, but it's on earth. It's under the ground. It's not in water. I don't know what it is, but something comes up from under the ground and it totally unearths. It splits the ground open, and then water starts coming up to on the earth. So what I'm saying is there will be flooding where there is no water. There will be pockets of flooding where there's no water. The water will be coming from, it will be being unearthed. There will be something from under the ground, some sort of, I don't know, beast, some sort of entity, some sort of creature. And I don't know if we see the creature, but we will see the destruction that happens. The earth opens up, and then water comes to the surface, causing extreme flooding. So this is what I am seeing. So the other thing is, Source wants me to talk about the harvest as it pertains to the wealth transfer. So the thing about it is, the wealth transfer, the harvest season is coming, but will you go and pick the harvest? So what I'm saying is, a lot of people will miss the harvest because they simply just won't go out and pick it. There's two parts to when you're growing something. The first thing is a seed, right? The first thing actually is a vibration. You feel something. I want to do something. I want to create. You feel a vibration, and then that vibration sparks a thought. Oh, I want to, succeed in this. I'm going to plant my seeds so they can grow, so that I can grow this thing that I want to manifest. So you go and you're all, you got the vibration, you got the inspired action, right? And then you put your seeds in the ground and you even water it. You water it through your time, through working hard, through investing, right? Through loving other people, helping other people. This is how you water the seeds, is when you pour out. It's how you water the seeds. So if you are not pouring out into other people, helping other people, you're not watering your seeds. It's not just about you pouring into self. That's not how you water your seeds. You got to pour out, right? As well. So you'll even water it. But Source is saying, who's going to pick the harvest? Because when the harvest comes, and I went outside the other day, I didn't realize, oh my God, the apple trees, they have like hundreds of apples. The cherry trees have all these cherries. I'm like, how am I going to pick all this? And Source was like, I was like, okay, Source, thanks for the message. You have to pick the harvest. You've planted the seed, you've watered it, you've been diligent. But when the harvest actually comes, the wealth transfer, you got to go out and pick it. So there's still work that needs to be done in the harvest. At time of harvest, you're going to have to be ready to go and pick it, because if you don't pick it off of the tree at the right time, it spoils. It even can fall down and start to what? Decompose. A lot of people will miss the harvest because they don't even go back and check on it. They water it, but they don't go back and check on whatever it is that they're watering. Or they don't know when the harvest ends. They're not educated as to when will this materialize, this thing that, how long will it take me? Is it supposed to take me 5 months for this? It's supposed to take me 3, 8 months? When you are planting your seeds, you have to know everything about the process. When will these seeds likely to mature? What kind of nourishment does this tree need in the growing season? You got to know all of these things. Life is more, yes, we're in flow, but you can get held back by your own ignorance. We have to do our due diligence as well. So Source is saying you need to be ready to pick your harvest. And I'm going to break it down like this. Source is saying there's a lot of you that have planted seeds and you never even went back to check on the things that you planted. You may have planted, you may have put resumes out, never called back the jobs, never followed up. You may have invested in something, never went back to the platform, never checked on how it was doing, never looked to see if it, because when stuff goes up, it what comes down. I'm going to give you guys an example. I was in a coin, and I spoke about this last year in Shiba Inu. I gave a prophecy that I saw it going to Four zeros, 4.5. And it went to four zeros, 4.5, right? And I didn't sell. Well, I did sell. I just took out my initial investment, right? But then what happened? It went all the way back down to like almost near my entry, right? So that's the thing. I had a whole harvest, right? I made a conscious decision to only take a little bit. But possibly had I known that it would go back down to like almost near my entry, I would have plucked the whole harvest, right? And so this is why it's important. Just an example. This is why it's important to study the things that we've planted seeds into and check on those things daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Check on those things. You have to plan to pick the harvest. This is the most difficult part, is actually capturing the harvest on time, where things aren't rotting, things are ripe. You have the energy to pick it, because there will be energy that it takes to actually pick your harvest, right? So that's kind of what I want to say, because a lot of our seeds have actually matured, but we weren't ready for the actual harvest, because a lot of the times we're just ready to do hard work. And when we get into the season where the harvest and it's now just about flowing, we're still operating out of the vibration that we're in the hard work in the laboring season, when we're actually not. We're in the good and plenty season, right? So I want you guys to, like, we're going to start switching our brains over to the good and plenty season, where we have to go back and look at the things that we've planted our seeds in. I am telling you, I'm guarantee you, if you write down a list of everything you've planted your seed into, maybe it was a business that you started, maybe you opened a Uber account, right? And you never took the first Uber ride, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter how small it is. You've left money on the table. Some of your harvest is sitting there right now. Maybe if you would have called that job that you've put in the applications to, maybe now it's the harvest time, where they just lost someone and they need someone, and boom, now you can step into your harvest. You can pluck it. But if you never go back and check on it, then, it's like, really, it's like, then why should you keep planting seeds if you never pick the harvest? So that is something that source really, wants to let us know. And within the harvest season too, you have to, now here is where all of the work comes in that you should have done. Can you hold all of what you have produced? When I went outside, there was so many apples and cherries. I was like, what the what? I was like, how am I gonna pick all this? Seriously. I was like, how will I pick all of this? So now we have a problem. You've planted the seeds, you planted the tree, it grew. But now the problem is you don't even have the capacity to hold all of this, right? Because you weren't planning on your harvest being that much, right? So that's what I'm saying, guys. In this season, you got to have the ability to hold all of what you're manifesting, or you're going to lose it. And what do I always say? You must be a vibrational match. Because I'm telling you, when the wealth transfer happens, or, because the wealth transfer is just, it's going to be in the energy. Once you get your heart posture right, because the Christ portal's open, once that's right, literally, there's going to be so much to pick. But if you are still in the vibration of work, 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 you're not going to have the vibration to hold all of what is given to you. So we have to work on our vibration, work on our heart posture, and actually be planning, when these things materialize, how will I take advantage of all of what I have built or sowed into? It's just something to think about, because how we plan to pick the harvest is just as important as planting the seeds, right? So I just wanted to say that. Welcome in, Carolyn and Monica. Oh, you said Yellowstone. It could be Yellowstone. And like I said, that was like guys, I I don't know what's wrong with me. I never come back and give my prophecies. I just be on here talking, when I feel inspired to, and then be forgetting about all the prophetic dreams and everything. So I'm gonna get better on that and start bringing that to you guys in real time. And you know, n- really, it's like now I'm like kind of conscious, like why do I keep forgetting that? And it's like, maybe somebody doesn't want you to remember it, but I'm gonna make a conscious effort to do that more often. um, yeah, Yellowstone is going to be a problem. Do you guys see all the animals just saying, peace out, we out of here? They already know something. They already know. And to be honest with you, even in the Cosmic Bible, it talks about all of the volcanoes that will start to erupt. So we're very much in the time where the destruction phase you know, of this age is. So the next, 7 years, that we'll be living in a split world. There will be the tribulation, but there will also be a timeline that is of the golden vibration. So it's not what everyone's saying, oh, the world's going to be in famine and destruction during the 7 years of tribulation. Sources, people who have good heart posture, they're going to always be taken care of. Always. You have to know that. Like, once you turn that golden light on, like you're literally just living in love and walking in love, that creates, that's a superpower. That energetic field that you are existing in could literally power the entire earth, if you believed it. So during the 7 years of tribulation, there will be a higher path or a higher frequency that when you are in alignment with your heart, that you will be able to exist on. So simultaneously, you will see people going through the tribulation. You will even see the world going through it. But on the other end, there will be groups and clusters of people that are not. And to be honest with you, this is what is going to be helping to widen the haves and the have nots, or the chosen from the non chosen. Because I'm sorry to say, if you are chosen, you will have the provisions. The Gone are the days where the things that don't match. We've done the work to a certain level where, oh, we were struggling because, God was teaching me patience, God was teaching me refinement and all of those things. We've already done that. That's not the season. So now we are, the harvest season, right, is now the 7 years. So we can even flip that. People looking at the tribulation seasons, the 7 years of tribulation and pain and destruction. Well, yeah, that may be true, but guess what? There's also the flip side of the 7 years of this higher vibration, because there isn't any what lukewarmness. There isn't any in between. There's no gray area. Where we're going is either you are of the vibration, you hold it, or you can't. It's truly, truly, truly a world that is about to get so different. Because when we think about this spiritually and we bring it back to the 3D, what does this look like? It looks like the middle class going away, because there's nothing in the middle. There's only here or there, up or down, right or left. That's where we're going. And these are transitional positions that we're taking, because in truth we are all, right? We are all directions. We are all things, but during these periods we really get small, because humanity's going into a state of contraction. So we're going through our universal birthing cycle, as it speaks of in the Cosmic Bible, where we have periods of contraction when the world goes through depressions and famine and wars. And, this is the time where Source uses the devil to clean up the lower vibration, right? So this is part of, even though will be lowered in a way, it also allows us to see what needs to be healed. And then that kind of can now start to get cleaned up. So we're going into a period of contraction, right? As a whole on earth. But it doesn't mean that you will have to experience that, right? If your heart posture is good. But then after this 7 years of tribulation, we go through the contractual period. Now we go through expansion. And this is when the markets go up again, right? This is when the war stops. This is when, inflation is, back in alignment. This is where there's plenty of jobs and food. And now people are happy again. And we can think about this as when the sun comes up, and we can think about the contractual period of when the sun goes down. And then this is how you get a universal birthing cycle. This is what we're at the end of that, right? So we have to go through this contraction, you know, this labor, the labor pains, right? Where you're being pushed out, right? And so that's kind of what it is. But one thing I can assure you guys is that the world will always, it will always, it will always recede itself. It's very resourceful, just like we are. This place will always be going in some capacity. So it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. Cycles are necessary for growth. Just in your own life, you have your cycles. Cycles where you may be up one season, you may be down. But then when you come out of that season, you now have a better perception. You now know your own strength through your own will and experiences. And you're so much better for what you went through the cycle. So the cycle is going to be a good thing as well. Animals only run if there's danger. Yeah, right. Yeah, going back to Yellowstone, and there is danger, and I presume that, I think this will be happening in more places than just Yellowstone, right? And there is something that it's so funny. Nowadays I forget things. I forget things so easily, right? So I guess I'm living in the now more. But the two pillars, that I spoke about before, how America's two pillars, East Coast, West Coast, California and New York, would be targeted, right? And this is to weaken America, to make the terrain of America smaller so that it's more easily able to be controlled, because there are sleeper cells that I've been talking about that I see under the ground. And what I mean by under the ground is, yes, there are literally cities under the ground, and these are where the sleeper cells are. They're not waiting in tunnels, with no food and lights. It's not like that. They're very comfortable. And some of the sleeper cells are in our own communities, and we don't know that they could detonate at any moment, right? So this is also maybe another thing to look out for. So just be very careful and conscious if you see anything that doesn't look right. Like, people have been showing people setting fires, and kudos to the people of the neighborhoods that have been catching these people. They're literally in California setting fires. These are sleeper cells. Sleeper cells are around us as well. They're not just under the ground, they're also in our communities, causing the havoc to keep the fear, you know, energy going. So we just have to be conscious of that, and conscious of going back to the San Andreas fault line, just feeling some energy there where these earthquakes, and really northern the northern tip of like where Washington, what is it, Oregon? See, wait, what are those states up there? Those states that sit right above Pacific, the Pacific, guys, I can't think. What is it called? Pacific West? Is that what they call it? West Coast? Um, we gotta we gotta pray for those states. Because even though, yes, California, but I'm seeing that there could be more destruction of the two states above, Oregon and Washington. Yeah. So yeah. And let me see what else that source wants to say. Okay. Let me go ahead and something is interesting, guys. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Something is interesting. Minireta liriambonde karanambande shandiriambeta. Himona da kanireta manishambona kararamante rareta. Shimbonerete la manieta. Hinonarete munarambatereta shambina. Shambina rangirandirambandiriambona. Hinarambandiriete lirandireti shinarambandi. Bandirete lirandi kinandi. Himonarambande kerashambuna. Nimbona karanirambona shamburuno. You're in Oregon? There's Source wants me to do a clearing for us. Source wants me to do a clearing here. There's there's negative energy around that needs to be removed. So if you're in a quiet space, that's great. If you can put on some earbuds for this, headphones, and literally just lay down, this is what I feel that I need to do in this moment. It feels like I need to do another pass of light language, how what last week I did about humanity's finances. Source is calling me to do that again. And I think we're going to get an even deeper cleansing. We got to get, and it's already starting to dissolve. So I already know we've weakened this collective. And you know, guys, I'm really getting it's a dragon. It's like in the spirit, it's like a collective dragon. That's the entity that has literally been just stopping our finances. But in this session, it feels a bit deeper than that. But it's already it's dissolving already. The As I talk about it, the energy is already starting to feel light. But I want to go ahead and start this light language, and I'm going to be calling out some things as well. So I may be calling out some things that pop up in the spirit, and this could be it could be, you know, pertain to any one of you guys that are viewing. This could be something within your own life that you need to look out for. So what I'm going to do is just give me 30 seconds. Go ahead and get your headphones in, and we're going to start to we're going to start to remove a lot of things, guys. Give me 1 second. I don't know why my technology, I don't know what's wrong with my technology lately. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, give me about 30 seconds and then we'll begin, okay? All right. Can you guys hear me? All right, guys. I think we need to start here. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And then we'll go ahead and get this started. Hello, Buffalo Wild Wings. We are about to do a mass healing here. And there's some energy here. Someone has some energies that are around them. I want to say that I'm not saying it's an entity yet. I'm feeling energy. And also too, this is something that has to do with the collective template as it pertains to our harvest season. We are going to be getting our harvest. This is what we're about to do. Put those headphones in, guys. And at the same time I'm doing this, I may be calling out anything that pops up in the spirit, and this could pertain to any one of you guys. All right. And we're going to go ahead and invite Christ, invite God, invite Source into this space today. May the right people have the ear to hear. And may we block out any negative entities or deities. I will only hear from the divine source of all, God, the Christ. And so it is, and let's begin. Mirandira cambona shambona caraneta lambandireta. Himbona carashambona neeta la rambona. Mimoroto kralirambona shamboto. Himboroto la ranerandiran shandireta kirandi. Bamboroto la nerete lirandeta karandiranda. Himmoronere shandirete. Himmorota la randiram. Focusing on those lower chakras, root chakra, healing is coming through. This has to do with our finances, collective finances as well. Our love life, miscommunication within a marriage or a partnership, a long-term partnership. Bamboroto karanira shandireta. Mimborota rirandirati kanireta. Hamborota rirata. Hamboroto lireshinambona kararita. Haleleyata. Hinara shandirelane. Receive it. Open your heart. Bamboro talerata. Hishamboro narakaneta. Himuro nakareshandirambo nareta. Bamburo talerandira shambene rakanarita. Himuro talerandirati hinarambandire shandi. Hamburo tolerandira nerakanere shandirambradanne. Hamburo teneranakira shandira talirambo. Handirete lirande hetaleata karaniata. Hamburo talirande kanadie shande nandi. Handirandira Leranda, Hamborotta Lerata, Canita, Hinnarandirette Lirandirette Rinetta, Handera Lirandirata Lerambona, Hishanderambona Rakinna, Handerata Lirata di Canarisha, Nambona, Kiraniata Hirata, Hirisha, di Kira, Handira Shanderandirette Leone, Himborotta Carashanderandirette Leambandiretta, Hamborotta Rakinerashinna, Hamborotta Rakiriani Shanderambandi della Lerambandi diretta Lirande. Himmurotore kinyaneriatta larambande. Himmoralirate lirande. Hinnaraniata kanarisha. Hamburoto lirata kraniresa. Hamburoto la kinyaneriatta lirambonne. Rette kraniresa neretta lirambonna. Hamburota lirata kiriashandirate lianda. Hamburoto nirambonne rette lirandira. There may be some energy going on the right side of your head. This could be on your left. And so there could be something within the head, the cloudiness, the unforgiveness I'm hearing, or even kind of colluded thoughts surrounding your self identity as well. You're wondering, am I on the right path? Am I serving the right God? The source is saying, when my children, with the heart, right? The heart posture. This is the only way to truly know and to truly receive from me. It's what you receive through the heart. That's the only way. Anything outside of that is not me. Bamburotere shandirata karambandireta. Boomborata karashimborarita. But even if it's not me, see, this is so beautiful and how merciful Source is. Source covers it up with a blanket. Source covers up the false gods with a blanket. Literally, I am seeing this. Covers it up and almost cloaks it so that it cannot see you and you cannot vibe with it to lower you. And Source is saying that my children will reach up and reach through, talking about the heart space. Like, this is the space that Source truly holds for you to come home, to the point where Source knows there's ghosts and goblins and demons out here in these different fields that we have to go and work in. We have to exist in with our communities. These are fields, and they are filled with low field energies and demons. Source covers these things up so that they don't see you, but more importantly, so that you do not see them, get vibe with them, and lower your frequency. This is what Source truly wants to say, and that is coming from the Divine Mother. This is the spirit, right? So the Divine Mother and the Holy Spirit, this is the same energy. Kambaroto Kadashandireta, Bambaroto Kalima, Kandabota Kadamata, Kandabota Kadashambo, Kandabota Ladambo, Kandabota Kadalambo, Kandabota Kadalambo, Kandabota Kambaroto Kadarisha, Bamburoto La Handireta, Lidamburutu Kadachumbona, Himboroto Kadarisha, Lidambani, Tarot, Hamburota La Kadashandireta, Bamburoto Nana Karambani, Himorota Kadashandirambandire Talerambandire Tidianona, Himorota Kanishanambandire Tatakaran. Sources really giving out instructions or rebukes, and this is truly, he's talking about all of the tribes of Israel. You didn't do this, that, that. Clean. It's time to clean up. There isn't any more time left. This is the correction, the sharp correction of a mother who knows what time it is, and you know what it is in your life that you need to clean up. But Source is saying, rather than dealing with it in an individual lens, I want to welcome you in to the heart space where I reside, where my Christ, my Son, my light, my vibration resides in the heart space. I want to welcome you back home there, because it is there that it will take care of everything, every habit, every disease, I'm hearing blanketed thought, sure what that means, that you have. It will set you straight and set you high. And so Source wants to invite all of us to the heart. And now I want to focus in right there on that heart chakra. And I want everyone to take a very big, deep breath in right from the base of the stomach. Bring that breath up and right through the heart. Expand that heart. And we're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale here slowly and completely here. Slowly and completely. I want you to continue those breaths. And Source is going to usher us into the divine heart space here. Karmic retribution here. When we truly, truly, truly enter into this space. Cleans any impurities. See, the most people have been communing with the great temptress, right? And we'll call this like a Lucifer energy. And so it's not lead us out of temptation, but it feels as if it's a temptress. It feels as if humanity has been communing with a temptress, and most, to be honest, most humanity has not truly been communing through the heart. And so they've been getting, kind of this false deception depiction of what love is. And source wants you to know that's being removed in this moment, right? This deceptive energy that humanity has been, we've been feeling like we're in the heart, and we're, but it's not. It's been out of this temptress energy. And how you will know that that is what you have been communing with is because when you want to justify, you start justifying why you did something, why I treated this person this way, or why I kind of had to deceive in this way. It's because the temptress, that's the heart of the temptress. You've not gotten to my holy heart yet. You have not earned the right to the passage to the sanctified one, right? So we're talking about the true Christ, which is in the heart. And what it is a gateway. And that Christ portal is open right now. And it's open for anyone who is willing to let go of the temptress, the one that has been leading us into destruction and has been pacifying us by agreeing with bad heart posture. There isn't any agreement in treating someone wrong, or even treating yourself wrong, justifying the negative self-talk. That is not of I. That is of the false temptress. And so we're going to shed that skin, and we're going to go through the Christ portal, through the heart now, and focusing on your heart, guys, here. And we're going to go ahead and start clearing here. Mimborota karani shandiri ambandi ande. Bamburota ni shandeta lambandi takani tambona. Himoronna kana shamburona diratilirandirambandi kanananamandi. Himoronna kana shandirambandi randiatalambandi shamburoto. Himorata karina. Hamburota shandiretta. Hamburota niretta kira shandira bandira handirete. Himborata kiri shandirambandi retta. Hamburota direshandirandirete. Himborata lireshandirambandi Kimona Randi, Himorata Carera Shandiram Bandera Lita, Hamburota Lambandera Tali Shandera Candidate, Himorata Lirandiram Bandera Takarada Shamburo Nani, purge her out. Purge it out. Bamburota Karishinani. Baburita Takirandera Bate. Baterada Nara Shandiram Bandera Tikandirata. Himborota Lera Candida Shandirandi. Himborota Krishandiram Bandera Handere. Hamburota Krishandiram Bandiranda Shandiram Bandera Kanadaram Bane. Himorana Karasham Bandera Kanada Dandiram Bandiram Bandiram Bane. Hamburota Leran Canada Shandiram Banana Kanadan Manana Randam, Himrotelerana Marana Garana Shana Maranam, Hambroteleranamanam, Shandamanam, Humbrunum Banan again and a man Shombaron and Halelan Barana Garana and Lilam Banan and Shandanan, Hambrotelan and a man and a man and a man and a man, Himana Garana Shandam Banan. Someone's been illuminated. Someone's been illuminated. Someone's been lost for a very long time in spiritual jail. Consciousness shut off. Someone has just gained their spiritual sight. There is someone that has gained the ability for clear seeing. Clear seeing. My children will prophesy. My children will see beyond the veils of the wicked. The Christ portal, the heart is open. I saw some of you shed some very old skin, some of it very dark, like charcoal color, some of it ancestral. You did a wonderful job. You did a wonderful job. And the Christ sings. The Christ is here. And I hope you feel it in your heart. And I hope you accept these words as your own. Just stay with me. Just stay with me. It's an open invitation right now. And I've never done this before, but this is what I'm hearing. I am truly hearing that if anybody wants to accept God, whether you call him Jesus, Yeshua, that the heart has been cleared, the temptress has been removed, and all you must do is step through the gateway of the heart to receive of me. And who am I? This is the Christ talking. Who am I? I've always been here with you. There is never a time when I have not been here. You can equate me to the sun that builds, that shines, that helps you grow, that nourishes all things in creation. I'm the harvest. I am the harvest. Sunlight is within every single thing that I have breathed life into or sustained life. When you eat of my fruit, you eat of fruit, you're eating of me. And so now we're getting a teaching about the body, eating the body. So I want to set the record straight, saying about communion. We don't eat the body as flesh. No, that's wrong. We eat the body as light. When my light hits the object, the crops, your manifestations, whatever it is that you're growing, when my light hits it, anything with my light now becomes edifying. Therefore, it is edible. So this is how, when we eat of the body, it's because we're eating of the light, because this is who I am. I am the light that sustains all things here. And there isn't any place where I am not. I am in all things. It is impossible for me to be separate because I am only of the light. I am the light that was sent down here from the higher realms, the light that is the checks and balances of the entire multi-sphere. And his eye is the same light that lives and resides within the heart, not to judge, but to commune and to align. Thought, vibration. Is to align the thought and the vibration. When you align the thought, the masculine, and the vibration, the feminine, that births your manifestations that births a creation. I'm a reminder of the love of self. I am a beacon of grace, a holy matrimony, and a holy temple that purifies and renews the heart daily. I am strong foundation. I have reared you all up. Like he shows me a child learning how to ride the bike without training wheels. This is I. This is I. I'm more than a man. He's even saying, you won't find me in a book. Not that I'm not in books, but the only way to find me is to what? Seek me with all of your heart. And when you seek me with all of your heart, there I will be in the heart. I am the one. I am the breath behind each heartbeat. You can never praise me with your words. It is through the true stillness of the heart, of the love, of the vibration of the heart, the love in the heart, that you will spark me. I've always been here. It's impossible to remove me because I am part of the living light structure of all things. And how you accept me is by accepting yourself and by going into your heart, seeking there, opening up there, cleansing out there, purifying that. That is where I am. Thank you, Christ. He's saying, I am your brother in love, brotherly love. I think that's where we get it from. Brotherly love, neighborly love. That's all him. So all references to him. It's built into the system. Even for the ones who I'm not something to believe in. I'm something to grow into, to remember. This isn't faith-based. You have to understand. You have to understand, sister. Is what he says. And I can see his nose too right now. You have to understand, sister, this is not faith-based. And I want to bring a strong correction. There isn't any faith. There isn't a need to believe as there is the want the to just exist. This is where I am. I'm in the pure existence. There isn't any belief required for that. In fact, if you have to believe in me, please don't. Please don't. I would rather you believe in yourself. I would rather you know me, and more than know me is to be of me, to commune with me, is to sink in to the heart posture, to the heart vibration, to the brotherly love, to the neighborly love. This is how you will get alignment. Israelites, this is the missing piece. This is how you get alignment. You can't bring the burnt offerings anymore. Won't work. It won't. You have to bring your heart this time. Thank you. Is there anything else, Christ, you want to say? He's uh, he's bringing up a song. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. 1 second. He's bringing up a song. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. So I want to read those lyrics because this is what Christ wants to say in this moment. Your brotherly love, your neighborly love. Sung by Sam Cooke. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die because I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown, and somebody keeps telling me, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me, please. But he winds up, knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there's been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. His energy is past. His energy is past. I feel as if he wants us to know that he's also living, like he has feelings too, not in the same way we do, but he's been holding, as he says, he was born by the river, right? Like coming from this small baby, right, and growing up to be everything, this massive vibration, right, that he is, and just holding space for humanity within the heart space, just where he lives within within light, within everything that has light, right? And it's a dualistic because we're feeling like the change is going to come, and he's supporting that. It's almost like he's cheerleading the change is going to come, and we're weeping that we want the change. So it's like it's interesting. It feels very much like he was speaking, but then we were also speaking to him. And it's just that we don't know that we are one, is kind of the sense that I feel that the vibration of this song was giving. That yes, the change will come, but we must, the thing is we have to return back to brotherly love, neighborly love. That's the change, right? And it reminds me of the barter system as well. And it's within, when we truly have the heart posture, then you have him. We're just not understanding that we're one. There will be a change once we understand that we're one. I don't know how else to, I can't even really explain his words. It's just unexplainable, really. Thank you guys. So now I'm in the chat. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Monica. I am warrior. Says I saw a snake head between my eyes on my forehead at the end of the chat. Wow. And Carolyn, thank you. Yes, a change is going to come. Thank you. You're welcome. Not seeing the super chat symbol. I'm not sure. I don't know where it went. It's okay. Next time, Gail. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, I'm not sure where it went. Um, yeah. Also, too, that snake. I was literally watching something. It's funny you bring that up. I was watching a teaching yesterday in Brother Panic, and he was talking about how when the Kundalini rises at the base of the spine, right? When it comes up to hit like the forehead where the pineal gland is, you get a representation. This is why we always see the snake with the little ball in its mouth and all of the kind of like the ancient, symbols. And the secretion, right, of the oil, right? That's your true anointing, right? I'm not sure if you got the gift of foresight. Just someone got the gift of foresight, prophecy, and like clairvoyancy, clear seeing. That could be that. That could be for you. And if you're already seeing, you could be receiving more of that. So it's truly like a whole, like all the energy from the base of the spine going up and going to that seat of intuition, or that's the seat of the Most High, right? So I think that's amazing. It's interesting that I just watched that the other day. Yeah. Yep. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. There's just been a mass healing here today. And just so grateful for Source and for the Christ for lending his energy. Very beautiful energy, patient energy, not needing anything from you. He's just there as a pillar for you to remember, and lives in the heart and is in everything. Is literally light codes that we, even when we go out and take a walk and just in the sunlight, you are communing with Christ. It's just that most of us don't know that we are, because Christ is light, and not any type of light. It's the righteous light. that governs the entire cosmic sphere. So this light is what keeps the checks and balances of the universe. So the universe stays in flow, keeps it honest. This is where the Christ originated from. So for me, you can believe in whatever you want. Um, I don't tell people what to believe in, just like the Christ says, please, if you're going to have to believe in me, please don't. Please just believe in yourself. I thought that was profound when he said that, because it's not something to believe in, it's just something to be. It's just an essence, right? It's just a remembrance, right? Because he's in all things. You need to just remember, that you are and that I am and that we are together. Yeah. And so for me, I see Christ as part of source, as the son of the divine mother, of the light that is part of all things, that a speck of that has come down to guide, and what he truly is a gateway. His energy creates a portal, a gateway for you to now remember, go back home. It's just for you to return back into wholeness, right? You're not becoming anything. You're just sitting in the stillness, and you're remembering everything that you've already become. Like that's the essence of the Christ. And this Christ was sent out in multiple different dimensions of time, not just here. Like the energy is epic. It's been doing this for a long time. And and we've been communing with this energy differently on different, star systems. And we're blessed to, in this, on this dimension, right? We're blessed to experience Christ through the heart, right? Because we learn here heart posture here on earth. This is what we learn, the love frequency. In other places within the cosmos, beings and, different groups of beings, they don't operate out of this divine love that we have. And I know there's a lot of crazy things that happens on this planet, but I'm telling you, it's mostly when you guys do the work I do, some of these beings are ruthless. They don't have this how we have it, and they're gonna feel bad. No, it's either is or ain't. Like they don't have that. They don't know that. That's what this earth is about. This earth is about becoming that. It's a very special thing we get to do, even though, we get trapped up in here, because we forget and we don't remember and all these things, or we get our memory wiped, and all of that. But when you really, really look at it, to really, really learn how to love and feel love, it is beautiful. It is. It is. And right there, I wanted to say, no, that's something I can believe in, but Christ is like, no, it just is. You got to stop believing in stuff. It just is. Love just is. There's nothing you need to do for love. And this is a message for someone. There's nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing you need to do for love. Love just is. If you have to do something for it, then it's not love. It's not love. Just got to stop believing. Too many things to believe in. Just be. Thank you. Guys, I'm sorry. I got to learn how to work my technology. My my mouse is everywhere. I'm going to get better. But, you know, that was the video for today. I didn't even know. I just was being obedient. I was supposed to do this last night, but I got really, really tired. But I was like, I got to be obedient, even though I had stuff to do. So that was beautiful. And that's the thing too, guys. When we're obedient, And what's the obedience? It's the nudge inside of you. When you feel the intuitive nudge, that's the obedience, right? The spirit that dwells within is trying to tell you something to act now. This is how you're going to get your harvest. You got to be open. You got to feel the spirit, right? So you can't be all clogged. You got to be free. You got to be free flowing with the love, right? Right now. And this is how you will not miss your harvest because your heart will be open. You be open to receive and to pick the harvest, right? So yes, a change is going to come. I love you guys. I love you, and so it is. Have a wonderful day as we walk together in divine love. Bye, guys. Guys, go and listen to that song. It